Hi everybody, in today's lesson we're going to expand expressions using the distributive property. The distributive property, we love this property, it's super helpful with algebra. I'm going to go through 3 examples with you and then you're going to try them on your own. We're going to use all the colors here. As I'm going through these, I want you guys drawing the arrows like I'm drawing the arrows. We're going to start with the first one, 3.6 times t plus 5. So we're going to take this 3.6 and we're going to distribute it or multiply it by the first term in parentheses, which is t. This is, I'm just going to expand this out. Right? This is 3.6 times t. Then I am going to take and I am going to distribute, here's my plus sign, this 3.6 times 5. When we simplify this, I have 3.6t plus 18 done in my calculator. Another way to look at it right here, my expression that was inside the parentheses t plus 5, and I multiplied 3.6 by both of those terms. So your answer here is going to be 3.6t plus 18. Example 2, my friends, we are going to take this as x times negative 2 minus 0.05y in parentheses plus 3x. So I am going to take and I am going to distribute this x to my negative 2. This is going to be x times negative 2. Then I am going to distribute my x to the next term, which is 0.05y. I still have this subtraction sign right here, and now I have x times 0.05y. We have 2 variables. That's okay. We can multiply those together. Here's the deal. When the parentheses stop, so does the distributing. We are done distributing, and we're just going to add our 3x at the end. When the parentheses stop, so does the distributing. You cannot bring an arrow to distribute across this after the parentheses are done. So let's clean this up a little bit now. I have x times negative 2. We're going to want to write the coefficient in front of the variable. That's how you're going to typically see that in algebra. Okay, I have my subtraction sign here. I have, again, I'm going to put my coefficient in the front. Typically, in algebra, we put our variables in alphabetical order, so I'm going to squeeze that x right in there. If you were to write yx, they are the same thing. That is okay. So this is okay. I'm just going to erase that for now to clean that up. And last but not least, we have our plus 3x at the end. Now we need to combine our like terms. So I am going to box in my negative 2x. I am going to box in my positive 3x. When we combine those, we get 1x. And I still have my minus 0.05xy. And we are done with that one. The big learning from this example is when you're distributing, when the parentheses stop, so does the distributing, and you can always combine 2 variables together. Okay, example 3. Example 3 is all about distributing the negatives. It's fine, I promise. Negatives aren't that bad. So what we're going to do here is we are going to take, this is a negative 1/3. We are going to distribute that to the 2. So this is negative 1/3 times 2. Okay, bring down this subtraction sign. This is where we have to pay very close attention to what we're doing. I am going to take that negative 1/3 and I'm going to multiply it. Negative 1/3 times 3x. Hold on. I'm going to do times like this, just so there's less parentheses here. So far, so good? Okay, now I am going to bring down this plus sign and I'm going to take this negative 1/3 and multiply it by 3. So this is negative 1/3 times 3. So far, so good? Here we go. Cleaning it up. Negative 1/3 times 2 is negative 2/3. I still have this minus sign, yes? Negative 1/3 times 3x. So I'm going to take my negative 1/3 times 3 in my calculator. My x stays. This is going to be negative 1. So I have two negatives in a row here. That becomes a great big plus. And again, let me just make sure you see this. So this negative was here. This negative is from here. A negative times a positive is a negative. So that's where the two negatives come from, and they become a great big plus sign when there's two negatives in a row. Now, keep going. There's the plus sign is still here. Every single sign is so important here. And then we have our negative 1/3 times 3, and that's minus 1. We're going to clean this up just a little bit more. So here's how I'm going to do this. I have negative 2/3 and a negative 1. That becomes negative 1 2/3. And again, I just like to put the variable first, but you don't have to. I'm going to put x. I can put a 1 in front of that. I don't have to. And that is how I get my answer. So the big learning here with example number 3 is with these negatives. Where's my pointer here? Oh dear, there it is. Okay, you have to keep track of every single negative that you are multiplying by. I'm going to give you an alternate way to do this. Alternate way, alternate. When you multiply by a negative, it changes the sign. So ask me about this if you want to see another method that might be easier for you. All right. I feel like I should have a better way to sign off. Somebody tell me out there, how should I sign off these lessons that I'm doing?